good that I can't let go. And I'm back to where I was again.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Tricks here, coming at you guys with another video. Anyway, today I'm going to be bringing you guys a tutorial on Photoshop. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I thought, well, it's about time I make one, and I don't really feel like making a Call of Duty video or GTA video or anything like that. So I thought I would show you today how to make a cool logo or avatar. People call them different things. I call them logo, but I should probably be calling them avatar. But anyway, so you gotta get your 3D clan logo. I'm gonna be using the Hope Rising logo because this looks really nice. If you're gonna do, this is mainly for not 2D logo, it's for like 3D. So this one's got like the 2D layer and the 3D layer and stuff. So we'll start off here by opening your logo and then find a cool like image or stock or whatever you want to do. You can make your own background, but I like using stocks because they look really nice. So I'm just gonna be using this DNA strand. So what you want to do is pretty much make a black background or black layer, and then you want to put your stock above it, so just straight above this black background layer or whatever you've got, and then make a copy by pressing Ctrl J on your keyboard, which will make a duplicate. So once you've got that, go up to your 2D layer and press Ctrl Alt and G to make a clipping mask, or if you can't do that, go to layer and create clipping mask here. And now we'll pretty much put your picture inside that logo shape. So if you're wondering why there's like a inner, like a white stuff there, it's called an inner glow. So that's probably why it looks different for you. So I have inner glow selected, and a cool thing you can do with inner glow, if you select inner glow, turn the opacity up and the size up, and then what you can do is actually change the blend mode to overlay, and that will pretty much make it lighter around the outside of the logo, but you can't really tell with this logo or the stock in the background. So I'm just gonna leave it as normal, or wait, I think it was on screen. Let me find it. I think it was on screen there, and then maybe choose a color that looks cool and then put it there. So if your logo that you're using does not have a outline layer, you can just make a stroke on the 2D layer, which will put an outline around it. So I'm gonna do that now. Make it a bit bigger and maybe add a drop shadow. That looks pretty cool. So anyway, I do pretty much the same with the 3D layer. I make a duplicate of the picture and then put it in a clipping mask on the 3D layer, except I lower the opacity a bit so you can't really see it. And then also on the 3D layer with the inner glow, I'm actually going to change the color to blue. So that looks pretty cool, I like that. And then once you've done that, you can change the opacity of the actual main stock down, the background stock. You can turn the opacity down, and that'll pretty much make it so it stands, the logo stands out more, which I reckon looks cool. So once you've done that, pretty much change your text here to whatever you want. I'm just gonna call it Tricks, and then change your font if you want. And change the font here, and then you can change the vertical spacing if you want, so you can make it like the letters far apart, or you can make them close together, which I like them like that. That looks pretty cool. So anyway, once you've done that, I like adding a bit of a arch. So if you select your text, you can go up here to this little text icon and select the style to arch, and then turn the blend down a bit. This is a tiny arch there, because what we're going to be doing next is actually going to be adding more of an arch. So once you've got this, just make another layer under your main background stock, and then get your brush tool and change the brush just to a normal brush, and make it pretty big, and make sure the hardness is at 0%. And so how I'm doing this, if you use your mouse and go from side to side, that will make the brush bigger. And if you go up and down, it will change the hardness. So that's pretty much how I'm doing that. So I'm just gonna add some glows here, which I reckon that looks pretty cool, and turn the opacity down a bit. Okay, after I've got this, I'm actually gonna save that now. So just save it however you want, and you're gonna, once you've saved it, I'm actually just gonna open up Magic Bullet Looks now. So a lot of people actually have the plugin for Magic Bullets for Photoshop, but I don't have the plugin, so I just have the actual program itself. It's just like the plain program that you can put any picture into. But I would recommend actually getting the plugin, which I don't know how to get the plugin, but I've just got the actual program itself. So anyway, once you have opened your image in Magic Bullets, you can add exposure. If you select the first box here, just scroll over to the side and this menu will pop up, and then maybe add exposure. It depends really what logo you've made, because sometimes exposure looks good, sometimes it doesn't. One sec. Okay, I just thought someone broke into my house, but they didn't. It's all good. So I don't reckon exposure looks that nice, so I'm just gonna remove it. Actually, I reckon that actually looks pretty cool. Just a tiny bit of exposure. It depends really what logo or image you've used. So the next thing you want to add is get chromatic aberration, and then put it in here too. And so if you just play around with the settings here, really just play around with these 3 scale things, you can actually make it look pretty cool. So chromatic aberration is like the 3D thing you would use to make images look 3D. Anyway, next we're going to go onto matte here, and then you want to choose diffusion up here. And so with diffusion, you just pretty much choose the color, and it'll add like a glow to it. I reckon that looks pretty cool. So you can make it, you can kind of see what I'm doing. I reckon that looks pretty good. Anyway, there's really nothing else in here. So the next one is called lens, and you want to get this here. I don't even know what it's called, but it pretty much puts a black, like a but I don't know, like a black outline around it, kind of, so the logo stands out more. But you don't have to choose this if you don't want to, it doesn't really matter, but I would recommend it. So the next thing you want is this flare thing. I reckon that looks pretty cool. That adds like a flare like around text and logos and stuff. So I like adding that and actually making it. I forgot the settings. I don't really know how to use these settings. They're a bit confusing. So just make it not too big. I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm just gonna set that there. You don't have to use the flare, but flare's pretty cool. So the next one we're gonna be using is this haze slash flare. So you don't have to use this, but I would recommend it because it just adds like that extra. It's like a flare, but it's like not quite as intense. So it just makes pretty much a glow around where the flare is. So I put that on and set that to my color. So the color theme for this logo is blue. And the last thing you want to do, this depends what logo you're doing. Some of them looks bad, some of it doesn't. So you want to choose the lens distortion, and then if you put that in there, it's like a bulge, so you can make it go in like that, or you can make it bulge out like that. But I like actually making it go in like that, which I reckon that looks pretty cool. But you actually don't have to do this if you don't want to. It's not that important, but I just like doing it because I reckon it looks pretty cool sometimes. So once you've got that, just pretty much save it, and then you're done. So that's pretty much how you make a logo, a sick AVI, you could say, in Photoshop. So if you guys did enjoy the video, that's wow, where'd it go? That's the finished logo here. I reckon it looks pretty cool. So it's pretty easy to make once you get the hang of it. But anyway guys, if you like this video, like the video because I'll be doing more tutorials soon, and make sure you subscribe. It's been Trix, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.